So let's raise our glasses, or our drinks, to one of the newest teams joined together today in marriage. Here's to you, Megan and Pat.
It is my distinct honor and pleasure to present to you, for the first time as a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Ramon.
I was having one of the worst days of my life at work, and I had a really terrible shift and a really terrible assignment, and I was finishing up everything I needed to do like way later than it should have been done. And I was standing in a patient's room and saw him walking past, and I thought, please don't let this be the nurse that I'm giving report to.
I saw her at work. She had the group of patients that I was assigned for that night. And I walked by this room. She had a syringe in her hand, and I was like, ooh. You know, I just glanced at her through the door because she was facing my way. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And then, you know, I went over to the little desk area where we kind of do most of our work from. And eventually she came over there and told me about the patients we did report.
He'd walked in like way sooner than I wanted him to walk in, and just started talking, and then I was like, oh my God. And I had actually texted my friend at the time, and I was like, why is he so beautiful? And I saw him walking past, and we talked after. I passed my patients off to him at work and trying to keep in contact with him, and I asked him if he was on Instagram. He said,
I asked her for her email address instead of her phone number. I was trying to be real smooth. Thought she was real pretty.
but that I could email him.
Luckily, she gave me her phone number though instead, because obviously not Rico Swab.
And got my number, and we've been talking ever since.
What we need to understand is that marriage is a covenant, and that is so much more than a contract. You can have a contract without a personal relationship, but you cannot have a covenant without one. All biblical covenants are transcendent. They are God ordained. Simply put, they come from God down to us. It is His idea. Marriage is not a human established institution, it's God's. In the beginning of time, God created Adam and Eve, and the first marriage was recorded in history, where one complements the other in perfect harmony. It has transcended all the way down to us here today.
She was my big sissy. I wanted to do everything that she did, and I've always looked up to her as a role model. And when she found Pat, I mean, it was just amazing to see where she had come from, and to have her, you know, be with somebody that loves her as much as Patrick does. It's amazing.
With nothing left to be said, and in the presence of Almighty God, and in front of your closest friends and family, and by the authority given to me by the Universal Life Church Ministries, I pronounce you husband and wife. You are now married. You may kiss the bride.